Peace, what's up y'all? This is Nate from Vantage VA. Welcome back to my channel. So today what we're going to get into my top 15 favorite albums of 2022. This isn't going to be like a ranking. Like, I'm not going to put them in order from my favorite to my least favorite. Sometimes trying to debate over albums or shit like that doesn't really make sense. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for the top 10, top 20, top 25 debate. I love it. But when it makes sense, like if we're talking about greatest rappers of all times, then we can do that. That's a fun debate. I love having that. But like unnecessarily trying to rank albums for whatever reason, I don't see any point of doing that. We're just gonna go over my top 15 favorite albums of 2022. I'm gonna talk about them a little bit, give you some tracks off of that I like, and you know what I'm saying, we keep moving from there. Starting it off, we got our actual album of the day, which is Future's "I Never Liked You." I think this is a great Future album. I think it's everything that you come to love from a Future album. I think since the Future Hendrix, those two projects, I think, well, Future hasn't really had any bad projects for me, but like that Future, Hendrix, Wizard, High Off Life, and now I Never Liked You, I feel like he's on a really good run of making just quality music, like at his own pace, at his own speed, in his own lane that can't nobody really touch. Like, I love this album. This album is one of my favorite albums of the year. Some tracks off it that I actually enjoy. We got 7:12 p.m. that I like.
Oh, she don't like girls, bet with money to make a bitch so gay.
Puffin' on Zooties for sure.
Trying to live, got a range in the good. Burger to mill in the middle of my hood.
Wait For You featuring Drake and Thames, of course. This should be like song of the year, to be honest with you.
It don't even matter what time it is. You pray for my demons, but I got you. Every time I step on codeine, I get wrong.
Shit, Love You Better.
You falling out of love with me.
The way things going, niggas might not see the back end. The way things going, got around with the F in. Way things going with family and matter. Way things going, make the whole crowd scatter. Like Me with 4-2 Doug and Lil Baby. I love that. I love that back and forth that they do. That shit is hard.
You can't turn much, nigga.
Worst Day, for sure. Worst Day. Worst Day might be one of my favorite songs of the year too.
Worst Day, got too many to please. I pop a half a pink pill to put my mind at ease.
G Herbo's Survivor's Remorse was also an album that I thoroughly enjoyed this year. Honestly, I think this might be Herbo's best album. But for me, Herbo has always made good music. Like, we've been listening to Herb since Welcome to Phazoland. So Herb has always made good music, but this album, just with the climate of like life and the culture and how much more vulnerable everybody is being right now, is creating a very potent musical product. Like, people are starting to open up more, and not even just open up more, but they're explaining it in a better way than what they normally would. Like, the stuff Herbo's talking about on this album isn't nothing really different from what he normally talks about, but it's the way he's talking about him. It's the kind of emotion, it's kind of the tone he's using. Like, you can tell he's growing as an artist, but also growing as a human, and that's always apparent in his interviews. If you don't even listen to G Herbo, don't even like G Herbo, watch his interviews, any of his Breakfast Club stuff. Just watch any of his interviews that he does. Like, he's like one of my favorite people to watch an interview, because for him to be so young and have the mind that he has, and come from where he come from, and hold the respect and the culture that he holds, and just hold the, you know, who he is. Like, it's actually impressive, man. I do love the intro track, Fuck With Me.
How the fuck I'm still bigger? How the fuck I'm still richer? How the fuck I'm still litter? Intuition made it this far off of quick decisions. Like, do I let you bitches breathe,
or watch
do I get the blick?
Shit, 4 Minutes of Hell Part 6.
Shot not killed, but that's bullshit. Kobe never killed shit. They hit him with a full clip.
Shit, Real Rap with Benny. Benny smoked his fucking verse. Three niggas that I for sure would think twice on about hopping on the track with is Benny, Cole, and Gibbs. Like, them three niggas, I ain't getting on the track. I think twice. You gotta come with your best verse. Like, cause these niggas will out rap you on your own shit.
I had a shootout, then I made a
$250,000 in the same week. I'm at odds with a nigga I love, so we can't speak. That's my nigga, but I'm on with Eon, cause I ain't sweet. Whew, after that, bro. In my bag, I'm in my Duffy. A lot of you niggas was the ones that went out bad like David Ruff. A lot of you niggas was my sons till I had sons. Now you ain't nothing. Went to war and guns got our own blood all on my buttons. Outside looking in, I feel like might be one of Herb's best songs ever, bro.
Good kid,
Raised in the world, so tragic. Charm of his mama, and the heart of his daddy. He's smart and he ready, with a crown on his melon. And it's hard and it's heavy. For sure, Letter to Juice. Letter to Juice is a tough one too. I remember when I lost you.
watch you turn
into a boss. I'm a boss too. Call me when you ain't had no one to talk to. This was a great album, Herb. It's a great album. The next album that we finna look at is Joey Badass's 2000. Just naming it 2000 put a shitload of expectations on it, because it's like, all right, so this is a follow-up to 1999, so it's got to be like on par with that. And in a sense, it is on par with 1999, but in a different way. Like, I don't think it's on the it's an adult version of 1999, and obviously because it's like 10 years later, you know what I'm saying? So it's really a sequel to 1999. It feels like the soul of 1999. It sounds weird, but it still feels like the soul of 1999 is still there, but it's just like updated with like all of the shit that Joey's been going through in those past 10 years. And like for real, if we being honest, bro, how I see it, right? I give artists, like, if you 10 years into the game and Joey came in 2012, and then now it's 2022, so you 10 years in the game. I feel like if you 10 years in the game, you are eligible for being conversations of the greatest of all time. I think it's time we start putting them like just, you know, somewhere around those conversations. Because look at this, bro. You got 1999, you got Summer Nights, then you got Before the Money, All American Badass, which is a super duper slept on album. If y'all motherfuckers really trying to push the culture like how y'all say y'all trying to push the culture, All American Badass should be the first album that motherfuckers is playing. After All American Badass, you got 2000. Like, Joey hasn't missed in these 10 years he's been dropping music. So like I said, I feel like we got to start putting Joey in that conversation, man. At least in consideration, you know what I'm saying? So some tracks off of here that I really fuck with. Where I Belong is probably my favorite off of here, I think. The beat is so crazy, bruh.
You better see me coming. I used to drive my mama bucket right around frontin' on Snyder Avenue, building number 3400.
Brand new 911 with West Side Gun. That's a tough tune too.
Brand new 911 off the lot. It never cost me a lot. Yeah.
I fuck with Cruise Control too. Cruise Control is a good one. You know, Cruise Control is a great vibe. I love this song.
Living in a world so cold, keep a nigga on 10 toes. Wait a minute, only Lord knows, and I'm driving my top down on cruise control.
I love Head High. Head High is a great one.
Time waits for no man. Life is but a two-step slow jam. Dancing with the devil, trying not to lose my balance.
Of course, Survivor's Guilt. Him actually, it's maybe what the second song. This is the second song where he's like admittedly addressing like the Capital Steve stuff. Like, you got Long Live Stilo from Summer Nights, and then Survivor's Guilt from this one. And you know, it's a heavy song, heavy feeling.
Stevie told me get him, so I got him. Now my nigga gone and he'll never be forgotten.
I think Joey got to be in those conversations now. Great album. Great album. Oh, I'm sorry, this ain't a rap album. This is in my favorite albums. This is Jesse Reyes's Yessie. I don't know if y'all know Jesse Reyes, man, but Jesse Reyes is a great singer who's been around for a little minute now. I think her first album maybe came out probably a couple years ago, maybe like 2020. Somewhere around that, yeah, 2020, Before Love Came to Kill Us. That was cool. That was cool. I enjoyed it. I liked her projects before that. Like, you had Being Human and Kiddo. I enjoyed those albums a lot. But this one, Yessie, man, bro, when I tell you, on top of she's a amazing singer, And the thing that's my favorite about her is her voice. Her voice isn't like traditionally like, it's not like traditional, it's not a traditional sound. Like, it's something so enthralling about hearing her sing. Like, I watch her Tiny Desk all the time, bro. Now, like, this shit is so good. So I enjoy Mood. Mood is a good one.
Ain't easy. Life ain't easy. Life ain't easy.
Hitting, oh my god, hitting. Honestly, that's probably my favorite song of the year. Hitting is my favorite song of the year, for sure, for sure.
We had waited so damn long because you would've been mine and I'd be yours. 2 weeks and 3 weeks and 4 weeks, nobody has that effect, baby. Let me show you what I do. If you was in the way, but the moon is hitting, is making you look like it could be more than just a.
The way she hit that hitting, oh my god, dog. And Her and Black Forever is another good track.
I can give you what you asked for. Say you need a shooter, I can do it from the half court.
Mutual Friend is a tough tune. She really talking that shit on this one.
If you die tomorrow, I don't think I cry. Don't care if it sounds cold. It is what it is.
Only One. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Want someone who's for everybody. I just want to be your only one, only one.
I still see you.
It don't matter what I do, it never matters what I do. I just can't get away from you.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Nah, Jessie got some shit. Jessie got some shit on this track, bro. Go check her out, man. Now we got Lupe's Drill Music in Zion. I'm not the biggest Lupe fan. You know, I just recently, when I say recently, probably like last year or a year before, like listened to his music, like got into his catalog. I missed that wave, that 2007, 2008, 2009 wave of Lupe, and I doubled back. And I feel like I missed out. I feel like if I would have heard like his first few projects, like Food and Liquor and Food and Liquor 2 and whatever, all of the other ones from back in the day, the Cool, if I was to listen to those like when they came out, I feel like I would have appreciated more. Don't get me wrong, I still think the music is dope, but it does have a dated sound to it. And I think the only reason I see that is because I didn't listen to it when it came out. Like, I feel like shit, because I listen to G-Unit all the time, and I know G-Unit, I know to some people G-Unit has a dated sound, but that shit sounds fresh to me every time I listen to it. But that's because I grew up on it. I've been hearing it all my life, so I'm used to it. With Drill Music in Zion, this is just like more of the great Lupe. This is like that Tetsu and Youth Lupe that I remember listening to. This is a good album, bro. It's like a solid album. It's one of those albums that you gotta sit here and dissect, and I don't mind doing that. I love taking out time and trying to figure out what lines he said. If the line went over my head, I might gotta Google it sometimes. It's that type of music, but you get something out of it. A few of the tracks that I do like, I know for sure. I like Gotti. I thought Gotti was fire.
Manatees, Neuralink is now pirating all your fantasies. Mistaken in sanitation for sanity. My mistake, I'm mistaken staying for cannot leave.
Autobots was a good one too.
Yeah, man, yeah. I defend myself in court. This is sport. I get signals from the source. I can twist it, I can tort. I just feel like I'm a Porsche.
The thing with Lupe is Lupe's from Chicago, and you know Chicago was mostly home to like drill music at this point. And like having somebody who came up in Chicago and in the Chicago scene before the drill music, you know, he's in the same vein with Common, he's in the same vein with Ye, he's in the same vein with a couple other artists. He's in the same vein with Twista. He's in the same vein with all of those artists who came up and that came up in that pre-drill era. But I felt like, well, he's not the only one, because Common on Nobody Smiling. On Nobody Smiling, Common was making comments on the drill music on the drill movement going on in music. But like, I don't think we really heard that much, or at least I haven't. So listening to drill music in Zion is like a OG's perspective on what's going on around, around the neighborhood. So it's kind of dope to see what he says, to see what he embraces about that culture, to see what he doesn't necessarily agree with that culture. Seeing the comparisons he makes, like from like Bible references to like what's going on in reality.
I was in Roxbury, Malcolm X block, talking that talk that got Malcolm X watch, trying to pick up what Malcolm X stopped. Only game I play is a Malcolm X box.
Shout out to Lupe, man. Lupe's back in his bag. I'm happy to hear it, happy to see it. Keep dropping that music. All right, so next up we got Black Thought and Danger Mouse's Cheat Codes. Man, I thought this album was dope. Admittedly, just like the drill music in Zion, I haven't really returned to this album just because it's really, for me, it's, it's really dense. But it doesn't take away from how good this album is. I remember Aquamarine was probably my favorite one. I think that was the one he was snapping on. He snapped on all of them, but this is the one I remember him snapping. Hard like solid gold bullion. Rain like the kingdom of Sunni man. You done lost your mind trying to call me a mullion. I thought No Gold Teeth was a really good one too.
I just add weight to the bag until the bag break. That holy swag make the cash get the gas face.
For sure, this is a great album. I'm not super familiar with the roots and Black Thought like that. Like, I know a couple albums and I know a couple songs, but I haven't dived deep into their catalog yet, which I will be doing. But when you talk about great rappers, great lyricists, great lyricism, super bars, Black Thought's name is always thrown in there. So seeing him drop a new project was good to see, and actually checking it out and actually being like a fan of it is also great too. Like I said again, I definitely need to go back and listen to it more. But based off of first impression and how good I thought this album was when I first heard it, it's gonna be up here on my favorites of the year. Next, we got Benny the Butcher's Tana Talk 4. Benny the Butcher, I feel like Benny the Butcher, along with a lot of artists on this list, he's hit his prime, right? He's like in the middle of his prime where he's making some of his best music, bro. Like, I feel like it started around Tana Talk 3, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Plugs I Met, then you get like I think Burden of Proof, then you get Plugs 2, and then now we hear like he's been on a really nice run. And Tana Talk 4 is another testament just to how good Benny is. Some songs off of this that I really fuck with. Johnny P's Caddy. I think Johnny P's Caddy is my rap song of the year. Like, I don't think there's a better song than this. Like, as far as rap, come on. This is like what you do. Like, this is what you do. You get every verse is killed. Everybody kills their verse, and every bar, every word is strategic and used as like a trampoline to the next bar, like as a catapult to the next line. Like, it's so fire. Sasha still in me. My ability to turn words to imagery is probably the reason they gon' remember me. The streets did so much shit to me, I can never live civilly. I can never leave a scene without checking my mirrors visually. Cole, bro. Cole, man. Cole killed this shit, bro. Cole killed this one. Cole killed this one, bro. On the night I was born, the rain was pouring, God was crying, lightning struck. Sparks was flying, the red one's here. Eureka, Einstein on the brink of the theory of relativity. Really no MC equal. Back 2 times? That's my shit. This beat go crazy. And this introduced me to Stove God Cooks too, so I gotta go back and listen to some Stove God Cooks. My style mixed with Bodie James now and Tupac then. Don't compare me with no nigga that's not in the top 10. 10 more crack commandments, of course.
Hey yo, make my shit sound godless.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know why these niggas be putting Diddy all over their tracks though. I never really understood it, bro. I didn't even understand why Biggie did it. Well, I kind of did because, the nigga produced the song. If the nigga produced the song, I guess you could let the nigga on the beat. But like, y'all can't be like, yo, I want you to talk that shit, Puff. Like, talk that shit on my song. Like, this nigga low-key be ruining the song sometimes, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. For real. He knew comprehending it. 6-figure business for pennies is kind of ridiculous. Nah, hey bro, his fucking his shit is like that. His shit is like that, nigga. 19 is don't never burn the plug, dog. That silly shit. I had to mention it since this one wasn't on Biggie list. He knew y'all have a hard time comprehending it. I mean, risking 6-figure business for pennies is kind of ridiculous. Nah. And outside of Johnny P's Caddy, I feel like Buster Brick Nick is my favorite off here. Say they nice but don't shake shit up like the Butch. I got a movie deal chillin' cause my real life like a book. Who the bread earner, the East Side Ted Turner. Let to advance further. Benny he's one of my favorites right now, man. He's been fucking shit up lately. Then next we got Nas's King's Disease 3. King's Disease 3. As y'all know from my review, if you didn't check out my review, you should go check that shit out. King's Disease 3 is a real moment. It's a real moment, and I was talking to one of my homies, and we kind of came to the conclusion like this could be like Nas's last album, like, and if it is, this is like hitting a game winner in Game 7 in the NBA Finals, like. He walked off a champion if he chooses to walk away from it. I'm going to be sad. For sure, I'm going to be sad. But I can't be mad at it. Like, everybody want to walk off a champion, bro. Like, if we talking that best rapper shit, bro, I really can't see how you can put anybody, objectively speaking, bro. I don't see how you can put anybody above Nas just based off of what he's did with these last 4 albums in these last 3 years, bro. At the prime, he's 30 years in the game, bro. 30 years. Live at the Barbecue was 91, bro. He's been in the game 30 some years, bro. Still moving at a high level, man. Had pitfalls, had ups and downs. And not only is he killing it in music, but he's also killing it in his real life, killing it in business. Like bro, like we give Hov a lot of credit and Hov deserves it, but Nas needs his credit too, bro. For sure Nas needs his credit, man. Thun, 30, Hood to Hood, Michael and Quincy, I'm on Fire, Once a Man, Twice a Child, First Time, Beef, Don't Shoot. All of these tracks, bro, all of these shits are fire. Like I said, if you really want an in-depth review about it, I got my first reaction to it up on my channel. I'll link it, you know what I'm saying, so y'all can go check that shit out. But yeah, nah, ain't really too much to be said about Nas, bro. Okay, next we got Westside Boogie's More Black Superheroes. He dropped a very, very great project, man. And I feel like it might not get as much love. Basically, like, you know, Kendrick dropped a few months before he did, kind of addressing the same shit, like just therapy shit. But they both hit it on the head. Like, they both attacked it in a different. They both attacked it like kind of similar, but like still with their own style to it. Like. So I feel like this album might have been missed because of Kendrick's, but no less. This album is great. It's everything I love about Boogie. It's everything you love about Boogie, bro. He has the bars, he has the melody, he has the emotional like conviction. You know, his flow is just always like, he has this style about him where it's only he can do it, bro. Like, and it's actually fire. But I really fuck with Stuck. I thought Stuck was hard. Shot the Bree from the east. That little bitch had did me scandalous. LOL shaking my head too. I need power to be present. Teach me how to stop deflecting every time you show affection. See my ego break to pieces every time I stand corrected. Boogie reminds me of Pac. Boogie reminds me of Pac in the way his words are just penetrate so deep. Pause. Like, damn. Like, and it's no, well, I think Boogie does have better wordplay than Pac, but it's no like trickery with his words. Like, it's that, like, a lot of shit doesn't really, some shit can go over your head, but for the most part, it's like straightforward. Like, nigga, this the game, and all his shit is just quotable, bro. I fuck with Can't Even Lie, even though that Soulja Boy verse, but the song itself is tough. I can't even he lied on his homies that died. Boy, that shit scandalous, can't even lie. Think you a bitch and I can't even lie. Prideful. You getting into? You say you only hit you up when I got nothing to do. I Can't Get Over You.
Just face. Hit me when you fall down from space.
He added three more tracks to his deluxe. So 3 more tracks to the deluxe, and them shits are fire too, especially Contradictions. Contradictions is crazy fire, bro.
Like, do whatever for fam, or do I just say I got limits? Do I fall out with my niggas, or should we speak through the tension? Cause I didn't show my true colors, you broken down every pigment. I'm always matching and mixing, my patterns never consistent.
This album is a great album. You know, you learn a lot, bro. That's it, man. Like I said, I've probably said it a couple times. It's with the way the culture is going into, bro. Everybody's just trying to heal. Everybody is trying to get out their trauma. So I feel like they're making, now that it's cool and it's okay to do, I feel like we're gonna start hearing our favorite artists, make the most vulnerable music, like make their best music. Because when you feel like you don't have to hide nothing no more, bro, when you can just say how you feel and how you feel it, bro, like that's where the truest, most purest art comes from, man. But next up, we got Vince Staples' Ramona Park Broke My Heart. Now, Vince is one of my favorite artists right now, probably my second favorite artist right now. I love Vince. I've been listening to Vince since Hell Can Wait. The nigga has never not amazed me with anything he's dropped. His interviews are amazing. The guy himself is amazing. I'm hyped to see what TV shows he's working on now. Like, I'm a huge fan of Vince, and Ramona Park Broke My Heart is, to me, his best album. His last album was very, very, very good. But this album just, I don't know, it feels a little different. This album just, I don't know, it feels a little different, man. In the interview, Vince was like, now the older he's got, you know what I mean, the older he's got and the more mature he's got with his music, he's been able to like say what he's able to have the dialogue and the words and the vernacular to say, to actually express how he feels, instead of, you know what I'm saying, saying it like in some, you know, he's just able to express himself easier because he has the verbiage to do it now, so, and the luxury to do it now. So the beach, everything, I love this song.
Cold sweats in the shivers, I be having premonition. Growing up ain't had no lights unless it said they check the engine. Tell me where you from, I ain't heard of that. In the city, baby, your first rap can be a murder rap.
Hey, free the homies, bro. Like,
go up in the house, cuz this shit get violent. Better keep your mouth shut if we hear sirens. I'ma be on death row just like Shania. I don't know if I'ma make it home. These niggas ain't gang banging, they just singing songs.
nah, this shit really. DJ Quick, Magic, bro. Magic.
Stack it, I can make it rain. Blue hunters, can you catch it? If somebody come through bluffing, I'ma blast them.
And you know what's so interesting about this album is this shit is as gangsta as any album that any nigga is making right now, but it just doesn't sound like it. Like the sound, everything about it is so smooth. It's real West Coast. Like it's got a nice little it's not a nice little bop to it, but he's really talking some gangster shit on it, bro. Like, and it kind of, the lyrics don't really fit the vibe, but they fit because it's just the type of person. It's just because, like, I feel like, especially even when it comes to Vince, like if we do the eye test like we do a lot with people, if you look at Vince or you look at anybody, you'd be like, man, he might not be on that, but niggas might really be on. People aren't who you think they are based off of based off of how they look or how you think they look. Like, motherfuckers can still, and that's just in life in general, bro. Like, just because something looks a certain way don't mean it's really that. Like, I could still be crazy or whatever, but I just might look like I'm put together. Like, it's interesting, and I feel like that's what this whole album is. Like, ooh, when sparks fly.
Please hide me from the police. Everywhere we go, we together, inseparable. Never put you in the jam, ho, whatever for you. When you first shot your shot, I know you would be the one who hit the spot.
East Point Prayer with Lil Baby, and he said he got that verse from Lil Baby for the free.
Fled to Atlanta, off of Camp Creek, with no plan C. I was head first, understand me. player ways. I keep it funky with the bitches, I got player ways. Can't fall asleep after every hit, I gotta stay awake. I have no time to wind and dine, I gotta run the streets. Every woman that I fuck with been in love with me. And even the little interludes or outros or the intros or whatever, all of that shit plays a whole role into this shit, bro. Like, it's so crazy. This album is so good. And then Rose Street, like, Rose Street is probably one of my most played songs of the year, for sure. I don't say no love songs. I'm married to the gang, gonna be playing games. Homie bringing flowers to the homie grave. Ferrari seats, all my homies bled out on these streets. Makeup on my sheets, makeup sex stress before she leaves. To end it all with the blues, man. Like, oh my God, this album is so good, bro. I ain't never been no open book. Money make me numb. Money make me numb. Life was trapping. But my daddy wasn't born a pastor. Need greener pastures. Still waiting on the rapture. What's success but guilt and stress? Ain't too many niggas had to live with that. Moving on from what you love, knowing you might never get them feelings back. Can you please come post my bail? It's 100,000. No, you say you wish me well. I really doubt it. Next up, we got Push, King Push, Pusha T's It's Almost Dry. Grammy nominated, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully Push can bring that back home to the 7.5. We would love that. We would appreciate that. This album is 1000% what you expect from Pusha T, but just at a very, 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 very high level. I think this is his best project, you know what I'm saying? It could be recency bias. The shit sounds good, the shit slaps. He got some real bangers up here, starting off with Brambleton, and it's so crazy. It's so crazy. I be telling people, especially around here, bro, like, it's crazy. Like, we got like I'm from the 757, bro. So the fact that our area has one of the greatest rappers of all time, like, we can confidently say that. Like, Pusha T is one of those guys. Like, to top it all off, the intro to my favorite Pusha T album is Brambleton, a street in Norfolk, bro. Like, a street around here, like, in our area, bro. And it's, oh my God. We was out on Brambleton back when Pooh got hit. And that new drop 6. Beach niggas wanted work, move out quick. But my Norfolk niggas, they was on some shootout shit. Buying biggies, but was riding on some Tupac shit. Let the smoker shine the coops. He let, come on, he had 2 of the greatest producers ever on this album, bro. Ye and Pharrell going back and forth on tracks is fucking insane. I'm Jim Purdue. Neck and wrist. Oh my God, what a hole. Oh my God. Neck and wrist don't lie. First in the beach with $1 million auto. Bring the cameraman, we can shoot our own knuckles. Feast your eyes, the piece unique is sapphire. Rappers liars, I don't do satire. Hove was gonna always be Hove, cause the law says so, and now I'm here. Tough. Diet Coke. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Everybody get it off the boat, right? But only I could really have a snow fight. Missy was our only misdemeanor. To end it with the Clips record, bro. With the Clips record and I Pray For You. Oh my goodness, bro. This, I feel like this could be, if this is a sign that, cause Malice, he went nuts on this. So if this is a sign that we're getting another Clips album, oh my God. And like I told one of my friends, I was like, look, they bought Something in the Water back to Virginia. This now will be the perfect time for them to drop a Clips album. That's Something in the Water, you know what I'm saying, back home in Virginia Beach where they from. Feature some new songs, go ahead and drop that album, man. That'd be perfect. Perfect. And I hit it in the porch light. See, I had the foresight. My 911 was pulling up the matching Porsche night. King of the Pyrex. I'm a brother's keeper. If you listen and you dissect. Bitch, I shot grinding in my mama's projects. I'm just being honest. Hellcat still paddle when I shift. Vietnam flashbacks, thinking triggered by a sniff. Belong on Rushmore just from chiseling a brick. Still fighting demons. See that curse is now my gift. When I was in the mix, Open up your nose, let it cutting it with Vicks.
This is great. I thoroughly enjoyed this album, and I've recently been putting it back into rotation, and I'm happy, bro. This is a great album. Pusha T is a great ambassador for our section of Virginia, and I'm happy to have him. The next album that we have is Jid's Forever Story. For some reason, whatever reason, I haven't really checked out his music, but like I said, because this year has been very plentiful in the amount of good music that we got this year, I decided to check out the Forever Story, and it was surprisingly amazing. Not really surprisingly, like I knew if I sat down and listened to Jid, I was gonna fuck with his shit, but for some reason I just was reluctant to do it. But finally doing it, Jid's Forever Story is one of those. I think this is gonna be Jid's launching pad into, like, I don't want to say superstardom, but it's gonna launch him into being able to, like, really be up there with all of those other, like, even be up there with Cole. Like, I feel like this album is a good launch pad for him to start making his claim to being one of the best rappers in the game. I thought this album was amazing. Then he added on a bonus track, which is 2007, and that just made the album even that more good, bro. So a few tracks I would recommend off Jid's Forever Story. Radar's crazy.
Radar, sonar, laser beams, jets, tanks, submarines, megathons, H-bomb, napalm.
I got this shit you would like with
The lighter. I got to get you can light on the stove.
I got that shit that you can play for the hoes. I got that shit you can sell to the trappers, indicating with the K and the coke.
Crack Sandwich.
Damn, now we fighting in the street.
It's like 10 against 23. I was 17, swigging on any and everything.
I fuck with surround sound. Any 21 Savage. I love 21 Savage features, bro. 21 Savage features always do. Push the fucking back up on the porch, break a pound down. Surround sound.
Me and my money attached emotionally. I get the clutch, and if you get too close to me, I'm at the top where I'm supposed to be. Jumping the gang niggas out like they coaching me.
Brought in them with him and Lil Durk. I fuck with heavy too.
But in my head, my slugger, my nigga, my jigger, my killer, my dog. This is my brother that gave me one of his switches. My uncle be bitching, he told me he snitching.
So when I grew up, I was
Listen my distance.
Money, money, all I need, all I want, all I need, all I want. Stars with Yasin Bey, aka Mos Def. Tough.
like a pimpin' dragon on swagger. BVS is very vertebrae, snapping, ice flashing.
Bonus track he did 2007.
He's a receiver, I play DB like a key, snatch a nigga chain to lead. Talib Kweli, I could be lyrically, but I put on cleats.
For sure, great album, and I cannot wait to return to it later. So next, we got Kendrick's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I could make a whole video on this album. I really could. This album is amazing. It's important. It's needed. I feel like it's hundreds or thousands of videos discussing and breaking down Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. So I'm gonna keep it simple. I just think this album is much needed. Like I say, and I'm gonna keep saying throughout this whole video, we are in a culture now where it is okay to express how you feel and to say, yo, that hurt me. This shit fucked me up. For everybody to say it. Not just women, not just men, not just white, not just black. Any and everybody can openly say that what you did to me then or what you just did to me now hurt me. And we're able to express it comfortably. And what's even more important about it is we're able to, it's accepted. That's the biggest part about it, is now it's actually accepted and it's celebrated. I think it's an album that everybody needs to listen to because everybody goes through shit, bro. Whether it's family shit, whether it's friends, whether it's relationships, whatever it is, bro. Everybody go through shit, and I feel like Kendrick just touched on a lot, bro. United in Grief, obviously. N95 I thought was hard. Die Hard I thought was hard. Father Time is crazy. Rich Spirit is crazy. We Cry Together is emotional. Purple Hearts is a good track. Count Me Out is my favorite track off this.
These right with the wrongs I've done. That's when you unite with the father, son. Till then I fight. Rain on me, put the blame on me. Got killed, got hurt, got shame on me.
Savior, even the interlude with Baby Keem is fire. They got the Heart Part 5 up here. That shit was crazy. Mirror is one of the greatest outros ever. You know what I'm saying? Mother I Sober is a great song. Auntie Diaries, Groundbreak. All of these shits are really, really good. And honestly, bro, if you really want me to talk about this album, I can go in depth into this album. Let me know in the comments, bro, if you really want me to, you know what I'm saying, give my take on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Second to last, we have Saba, A Few Good Things. The album just adds to how great he is. Like it started with the Bucket List project. Then it went into Care for Me, and then now it's going into A Few Good Things. Honestly, bro, I don't think outside of maybe like Kendrick, I don't think there's a more musically inclined artist than Saba. Like everything about Saba's music is like top tier. Like his rapping is top tier, his beat selection is top tier, his flow is top tier, his bars are top tier. The way he uses his voice is top tier. Like there's no slouch in his game. Few good tracks off of here that I actually enjoyed. One Way or Every Nigga with a Budget.
It's a round trip when we fly. Never one way. New crib by the seaside.
Survivor's Guilt with Herbo, that hits hard.
When the time they identifying all these niggas dying.
Ain't no breaking time for the bacon swine. Is a piece of mind worth leaving everything you knew behind.
Interlude called Circus. Oh my god.
Westside, everything was perfect. That was 2012 before reggae hit the surface. Time, I think it's about time.
Fearmonger.
Money never make money, what I was taught. But once you make money, you be more afraid of us all.
On My Way with Crazy Bone. The way he uses his voice. A Simpler Time. Oh my goodness, this album is so good.
Been up one days and I've been up tonight. Some night, someday.
Soldier. I'm not gonna go through this whole fucking track list, bro. I'm not gonna do that, man.
It's justified in my eyes. Sometimes you gotta go. It's not hard to survive. Most times we don't go.
Life is fighting why nobody knows this. Now you're man to live out like a soldier. Life is filled with answers that make no sense. Live a man or die out like a soldier.
Man, there's so many tracks off this joint. This whole shit runs, bro. Like, if it's one album I had to recommend, honestly, I recommend all three of these. But like Kendrick and Saba's, both of those albums are albums that I would actually, if you haven't heard those, I would actually tell you to listen to. Those two albums and this last album, my last album, Freddie Gibbs, so separately. Now, Freddie, there is no one alive out rapping Freddie Gibbs. I don't care who you say, I don't care who you think. Put them and Freddie Gibbs on the same track. Freddie Gibbs is smoking. But aside from like maybe like Kendrick, somebody like that, you're gonna need to bring a Hove, you're gonna need to bring a Nas. You're gonna need to bring him and Benny don't make music together, but you're gonna need a Benny, you're gonna need a Conway, you're gonna need somebody, you're gonna need some super lyricist nigga to really fuck with Freddie Gibbs. And then you still ain't gonna be able to fuck with Freddie Gibbs, bro. This is Freddie Gibbs' launching point into superstardom, bro. Like he's already doing a lot, bro. Like he was Grammy nominated last year. I don't know if this album got submitted for the Grammys. If it did, he kind of got snubbed. If it didn't, maybe he'll come around next year. But he's Grammy nominated. He has a few TV shows that he's in. I think he's in one of those 50 Cent TV shows. I seen he has a TV show on Hulu. Like he's been a featured guest on Joe Rogan's podcast twice. Like he's becoming a household name while all still making some of the best music. Freddie's music has been consistent for like the past, since like I want to say 2015. Well, since I've been listening, like around 2015, like around Pinata, bro. Like it's actually you got Pinata, you got Shadow of a Doubt, You Only Live Twice, Freddie, Fetty, Bandana, Alfredo, and now So Separately, bro. Like Freddie is on a run, and in the same vein with Joey, I feel like we gotta start putting them in these conversations. Tracks off here that I fuck with, besides saying the whole entire album, I love Couldn't Be Done. Couldn't Be Done is a great intro track. Hard hitting.
I'm your pusher man. They say talking reckless on this shit. Wanna get me booked again. Cocaine rabbit got him shook again.
Zipper bags. Zipper bags is such a
Fucking on bitches, but that's what I feel like. If I don't have me in dopers and drink, I don't feel right. Lobster omelet with Rick Ross.
Broken hearts and empty pockets, crack water, dirty faucet. When I shot that bitch in the chest, but I knocked his shoulder out of the socket. I'm whipping diesel, no direct deposit. Dope in my diaper bag, I'm serving while my daughter watch.
Space Rabbit, stop playing.
Hey yo, let's get paper and pop, mowing holes up the skyscrapers. And in the SF90 Rari electroscope, Space Rabbit, push Space Coupe straight out of Monaco.
And funny thing is a little hip hop Easter egg. And a few of these tracks, I've probably found out like 5 of them. He's like referencing like other opening lines to certain songs. Like, hey yo, let's get paper and pop, mowing holes up the skyscrapers. A condominium overlooking our drug capers, New York City. The only way to play is gritty. I want cheddar so I can front up. That's a Chic Luke line. Gold rings, that was Biggie. No gold rings, this shit just my main squeeze. Yeah, that's Biggie. You got a Tupac line on Grandmama Stove. Like, let's go to Rapid Vision, bro.
Use your mama pot to make them grams lock. We was dirty kids in the Project Alley, fucking sandbox. Got a spot in Marshalltown, we trapped until we ran out. Diamonds come from pressure, nigga.
PYS featuring DJ Pope, man, this,
Bro,
I'm trying to tell you, if I had to pick for album of the year, So Separately by Freddie Gibbs is my album of the year. For sure.
Pretty boy smile, you breaking your hoe. Pretty boy smile deep, white with the blow.
Man, Gold Rings with him and Push.
Coming to the crib, breaking down the set of keys. Back in the days, I admit, I had some issues.
2K21, Savage like 21. Friday's a draft night, you bitches is one and done.
Grandmama Stove.
Yeah, the 20 blicks in a Sprinter van. Shows was hella empty, but fuck it, I got my niggas in. Once I started popping, I started flying them bitches in.
Fucking amazing album, bro. That will wrap up my my top 15 favorite albums of 2022. Honestly, bro, I feel like 2022 has been like one of the best years for music. It was something for everybody. You a Drake fan, you got Her Loss with him and 21 Savage. If you a Jay fan, you got some great Jay verses. You got Neck and Wrist. And you got God Did. Like, if you a Cole fan, Cole dropped the Dreamville project. He smoked Johnny P's Caddy. He smoked Bia on London. Beyonce, like Taylor Swift, like hardcore hip hop fans. Like, you got Freddie, you got Benny, you got Conway, you got Jed, Denzel Curry. Like, it's so much good music that dropped this year, bro. Like, it's something for everybody, no matter what you like, bro. Appreciate y'all for viewing my channel. You know, I appreciate all of those who subscribed in the last couple weeks. I appreciate everybody who's been subscribed from the beginning. I appreciate y'all viewing my videos. I appreciate y'all liking them. Like, that shit means the most. I appreciate the comments y'all leave, man. Like, that shit means the most. And speaking of comments, bro, let me know what's y'all favorite albums of 2022, man. And if an album that I missed, like, let me know so I can check it out, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I know y'all got shit to do. But like I said, appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of that stuff, man. Until next time, peace.